Let's start with another set of questions. Question 55 to 65. Here's our first question. All of the following can be classified as positive economics except. So economics can be classified as positive economics and normative economics. Positive economics basically deals with what is there in an economy, and normative economics deals with what should be there in an economy. Normative economics deals with the value judgment. So if we see the option B here, that is, the rise in tax rate increases the revenue of government. While this statement might be true, but this statement involves value judgment. Is this the right way to increase the revenue of government or not? So the correct answer should be B. Moving on to the next question. Now here we have question 57th. We have given that the market for shirts is in equilibrium if the price of cotton decreases. The equilibrium price and quantity will be okay. So the price of cotton decreases. Cotton is an intermediate good. The price of intermediate good we can supply more. So the supply curve will shift towards right, and we see this results in fall in the equilibrium price and increase in the equilibrium quantity. So the equilibrium price will fall and the equilibrium quantity will increase. The correct answer should be option D. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following is not a macroeconomic issue? So if we talk about macroeconomic issue, we talk about the issues at the macro level. So if we see here the option B, determining price level in individual market. This is a micro issue because here we talk about an individual market, not about the market as a whole. So the option B is correct here. Moving on to next question. France experiences an improvement in productivity due to the introduction of improved technology. So if the technology improves, the PPF will shift outwards like this. So the correct answer is option D, a shift outwards from the entire frontier. Moving on to the next question. Energizer batteries and Duracell's batteries are substitutes. The Energizer cuts supply and increases the price of its batteries. For Duracell, the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity will be. So if Energizer cuts supply and increase the price, then consumer will substitute Duracell's batteries. So its demand increases, the demand curve shift to the right while the supply curve remains same. So the price increases while and the quantity demanded also increases. That is rise in both cases. So the correct answer should be option A. Moving on to the next question. The demand for GIF peanut butter will decrease if there is an increase in. So if the price increases, the demand decreases. That's the law of demand. So correct answer is option A. Moving on to the next question. A 10% increase in the price of video games resulted in a 5% decrease in quantity. The price elasticity. So we have to calculate the price elasticity, that is percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. Minus 5 upon 10, that is minus 0.5, and since this is less than 1, that should be inelastic. Minus 0.5 and inelastic, we have two options, option A and option C. So if the price elasticity is less than 1, that is if it is inelastic, then total revenue and price move in the same direction. So here price increases, so total revenue will also increase. Correct answer should be option C. If the elasticity is less than 1, then price and total revenue moves in the same direction. Here in our question, the price increase, so total revenue will also increase. Moving on to the next question. When an economy uses all its resources fully in production, then it will always lie on the PPF. Moving on to the next question. Chicken and fish are substitute. If the price of chicken increases, the demand for fish will increase and the demand curve for fish will shift towards right. Option B should be right because if the price of chicken increases, then the consumer will substitute fish for chicken. Therefore, the demand for fish will increase and the demand curve will shift rightwards. Last question for today. The price of bus ride decreases, but the total revenue of the bus company decreases. The demand for bus rides is inelastic. So we have talked about this before also. If the elasticity is less than 1, that is if it is inelastic, then the price and total revenue move in the same direction. Here the price decreases and the total revenue decreases, so the elasticity must be less than 1. That is inelastic.